Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight was earlier. And I have to say in the beginning, it was a little sprinkly throughout most of the day. But hey, the sunshine came out, anyway, I hope you're getting out in nature and be gentle to yourself. Be kind to yourself. There's a lot of times that Starlight's been there, being too hard on herself because, she did something and later on she felt bad about it. And later on, then she felt guilty about what she did. So, let that go. And as I've been going on this journey, I've been learning to let go. And, I can't do nothing about anything back there, so just stay in the now, in the present moment right here. And anyway, besides that, if you are new to my YouTube channel, you could find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, don't forget you can give me a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, don't forget you can leave me a message down below. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Swing by and say hi to Starlight. Don't be shy. Starlight is definitely not shy. I talk to anyone and everyone everywhere I go all the time. So it's funny. I'm like a magnet to, believe me, sometimes I am. I'm like a magnet to people. And they see something in Starlight. That's why, is that they see Starlight's glowing like a star. So besides leaving me a message, you could share you could share my videos. You don't have to ask Starlight permission. Starlight is giving permission. You can share my videos with your family, your friends, or let's see, a kangaroo or a hawk. And like, I was sharing some goodies today. It was so wonderful. I love it. At this library, they have a refrigerator that's outside and you can go and put food in there. But today I got there and I'm like, where did the refrigerator go? And I had some stuff that needed to be in the refrigerator. And I seen some beautiful women that were coming through, and I'm like, hey, do you need some food? And they were happy to take it. And, and then again, today, I forgot I had other food in my car. And then I seen another man on a bike with his child. And because there's nowhere to stick the food, because the refrigerator's not there. So sharing is great. They were happy to receive it. I was, and I always feel so great. And I'm like, thank you, universe. And I even gave a beautiful house flower. Sterling always wanted one of those flowers, but I knew it was better off somewhere else instead of in my car. So I gave that away, and right where the refrigerator is. And I told the lady that works at the place, I said, yeah, there's a plant down there. And she asked if she could have it, and I said, yes, you can have it. So I'm so grateful that that plant is going to go to a beautiful home, and it's going to get taken care of instead of Starlight, not, being able to take care of it in the car, because if the windows are shut and the sun is in there, it's not going to be able to handle the heat. So I had to let go, but it felt so good to share and give things away. It's a good feeling. So sharing is a great thing. So don't be afraid to do that. And thank you for all of you that do share my videos. And not only you could share, don't forget the notification bell. That way you don't miss any videos. And you can check out my playlist. Plus, you can also find me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that's Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So anyway, today I wanted to talk to you, some of you might think you have all the time in the world. You might be one of those people out there that is always putting things off. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. Tomorrow is not promised. So, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow because it's not here yet. There's some people tomorrow, that's their last day, and it's sad. So, procrastination is not a good thing, putting things off. And, there's Bible verses about like saying, I don't know if I'm going to word it right, but don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. So do all that you can do today, and really think of, what are you doing throughout the day? Is there things that you can let go of today that you can replace? Say for instance, playing video games, it is good for the brain and stuff like that, the activation and stuff like that, but how many hours are you playing video games, or watching TV? Is you can always wean yourself off of things, and switch it around and, replace it with a positive thing, like reading a book. Soon Starlight's going to be getting a book. I have 3 books in my car, but I'm going to be waiting for a book coming in the mail. So I'm all excited of reading a book, learn things, study. And Starlight has been learning to learn about different topics like the moons and the portals and all this stuff, and those are so important. Learn about who you are, find out who you are by your birth chart, and what does your name, what is the meaning of your name, your family, what is your birth sign? These are things that you can find out who you are, because how are you going to know why you're here and who you're supposed to be with if you don't even know who you are as a person? And I'm sorry, I don't know why the light is going like that in this room, but so yes, is you tomorrow's not promised. A lot of people, they put things on their daily schedules. Maybe you got work. Is the job that you have, are you happy with that job? Are you excited to go there, or are you miserable? Starlight has definitely gone through that many times in her life. I dreaded, the night before, getting all ready, getting all cleaned up for the night before the next day even came. I was dreading to go to work. I wasn't getting paid shit. Well, yeah, they were paying me shit. And, what I was doing, I wasn't happy. I used to work at Burger King for too many years when I was younger, because I was a different person. My belief system was different, and how much money I made with 2 kids, working at Burger King. So you might want to be able to do something different, like start a business. That would be my best, thing. Or if you can do something on a computer where the robots, don't take over, the AI don't take over. So always be mindful, whatever job you have, make sure the AI can't do what you're doing, because they're, I don't want to put fear out there, but you do have to think ahead. What are you doing every day? Are you working on yourself? Are you exercising? Are you taking time, to eat healthier? I'll tell you, I gotta hit this because, a lot of times people will eat junk for dinner or lunch because it's quick and easy and cheap. Quick, cheap, and easy to make. Starlight started off that way because I really didn't know how to cook in the beginning. I only learned a little bit at home, and I didn't learn too much at school, because I was out of school at 16, so I didn't learn a lot after that point. Is it takes more time to eat healthy, the preparation, like salads, fresh salads. Starlight's going to be making a salad later on, so it does. Starlight loves making salads. I can eat salads every day, put all my vegetables, or you can even add fruit or beans in your salad. My bird seeds in there, pumpkin seeds in there, all kinds of yummies, yummy things in your salad. But doesn't it take time to do that? People are like, I don't have the time, Starlight. Well, then these are times that we have to make time. How late do you stay up? What are you doing? Are you spending time with people that are wasting your time? Who are you hanging out with? What are they? Who are they? Are your family members? What are you talking about? Are you talking are you talking about anything meaningful, or are you just, families do this a lot. It's horrible. You might have been one of those families out there that grew up like this, always constantly tearing family members apart, gossiping about each family member, comparing yourself with each family member. You might have a mom and dad that's always comparing the kids against each other, building up jealousy and envy and all that stuff, against each other. Like, oh yeah, your brother is doing this. They might not fully, completely say, and, they just throw these things out there to affect you in a really negative way. Making it look like, your other brother is always doing better than you, and always comparing. So don't let that shit happen. No matter what your brothers or sisters are doing as a job, are they even happy with what they're doing? So it doesn't matter what your brothers and sisters are. Don't compare yourself with your brothers and sisters, or even stepbrothers. Oh yeah, I just made a video, are you a step parent? Because this kind of shit happens in those families. Comparing other brothers and sisters against each other, stirring up anger against each other and jealousy against each other, trying to, start a war with each other. It happens. There's some families that are worse than others when it comes to that kind of shit, like always rubbing other family members in each other's faces, other sons and daughters in their faces, and making you feel that small, like, oh yeah, look what they're doing. You got this. They don't say it, but they're saying it. It's a sneaky, sly crap that they do, is saying, yeah, this one's working in the, any kid that works like either a doctor, or working in the military, or as a police, a police officer, those kind of jobs. Where do you work? You're working at a factory, and then it's, so parents will do this. They will try to build one up and tear the other one down. But what are you doing with your time? Do you have the job of your dreams? You could create your own company. Before you know it, I'm already starting my own business. I already did that before, is my cleaning business. It takes time. It takes some time getting your name out there. I'm working on business cards right now. But, be creative. Think of something that nobody's doing. There's people that makes tons of money starting their own business. I see people out in this area, and I'm not saying this is for you, but you never know. You might be that person that would love that job and really do really great at that job, because people that have animals need people, like a dog sitter, a dog walker, wow. Out here, I didn't see it in New York, but man, there's people that have like maybe 10 dogs, and they're walking 10 dogs. I took a picture of one guy with all these dogs. It's like, wow, look at you. How the heck do you do that, So, but they make excellent money. Wow. Just walking a dog, not just one, but many. If you got the right vehicle and bring a dog to you'd be enjoying the walk. Oh yeah, that would be a lot of dog shit to pick up, but man, later on the money would be really, you'd be like, having some money or working on the computers. But are you working on yourself? Are you trying to find out who you are? Who are you? What are you, look up like your sign, and find out what kind of jobs your sign is, that's what you're meant for here. Some of the jobs you might think, but Starlight, I looked up that and it didn't apply to me. It shows that you might have to grow and, to get to that, because, you might be able to write a book, each day, like to write, like, work so long on like a page a day or something like that, and have like a schedule, like, okay, at this time I'm gonna write in the book, and have no excuses why you can't. So always, like, there's so many things that you can do with your time, but because you don't have tomorrow, you don't know if you have tomorrow. The time is ticking. How old are you? How young are you? Actually, how young are you? Some of you, like, putting it off. Oh, I'm so young. I got all the time in the world. But, before you know it, you might be 30 now. My kids are blown away. They're like, oh my, I can't believe I'm this age right now. I just had my daughter-in-law just had her birthday yesterday. My son had his in January. My daughter's going to have hers in March. They can't believe that they're the age they are. I can't believe that I am as young as I am. I actually, last year, I didn't even know how old I was. How young I was. I was like, I actually was, I didn't even know how old. How young I was. So I was blown away. It's like, wow, where'd the time go? My grandkids, where'd the time go? So you don't have all the time in the world. So make the best of your time now. Like I said, some of you think, oh, I'm so young, I got all the time in the world. No, you don't. It goes that quick. I can't even believe that we're in February already. I thought January 1st was just yesterday. So you got to think of, what are you doing? What can you take out of your life that you're doing that's wasting your time, and replace it with something that is worth your time. Do exercises, work on exercising, work on, there's a lady I met the other day, and she saw me and I was wearing my butterfly pants, and she just looked at me, and it was so cute. She was complimenting Starlight, and she was letting me know that her legs are in so much pain. Some people don't even do exercise. They think by walking, from their house to the car, to the store, back in the car, back to home, then in their car, drive to the store, and go back home. And, now these days, people have scooters, where they can, they don't even have to use their legs to even make a move. They have to just stand there on them, and to zoom around everywhere, but they're not getting exercise. They're making money off of people, and it's great, they're making money, but they're going to make people lazy, because now they're not even using their legs. So I knew a man that was 70 something years old. I don't know what age he was. I was going to visit him the day before, and then I found out the day after he passed away. But he wasn't getting exercise. He was an alcoholic, He was a party hippie dude, that just always loved his beer and marijuana. He was living in the past. He's stuck like in the 60s and the 70s, he was stuck there in his own headspace. He was always listening to the music in the 60s and, hippie music. And, what did he have to show for? What did he have to offer his kids? All they knew is that their dad, he wasn't even allowed to see his kids. He was beating himself up. He was depressed because his kids didn't even want to see him. They heard bad stuff about it, their dad, thinking that's all he was, is an alcoholic that's just always going to drink beer and alcohol and smoke marijuana and smoke cigarettes. And that's all the man did for most of his life is, he couldn't go to work. His legs ached so bad because he wasn't getting any exercise. He was tall, really thin legs, So, like just like the lady yesterday, I asked her, I go, did you ever exercise throughout your life? And she's like, no. Well, that's why now she's in pain. Her legs are in pain. They hurt. So I was inspiring her to, to still, and she did tell me that her doctor does have like certain exercise for her. So now it's like she's got to force herself to do that. But, she's in pain because she wasn't exercising. What was she doing? Was she, home watching movies all day long? And that's what that other man was listening to music and watching movies a lot. He was either watching movies, sitting down and getting high and drinking alcohol, or listening to those hippie music, those hippie songs. You have friends. Well, what do you do when you're with your friends? Are you guys going out and, working on yourselves, going out and doing sports together out? You're going to want to do that now. I got family members right now that do not go out and get exercise. They go to work, they come home. They go to work, they go home. They go to work, they go home. No exercise. You can't count that as exercise. They don't even go for a hike. They don't even go for a hike. Not even that, they would enjoy it. It would release so much stress. Are you just working your life away? Just go to it, punch the clock in, go home, go to sleep. Wake up, go to work, go home, go to sleep. Why do you even have the freaking job? You're not even enjoying your life. Is the job controlling you, or are you in control of it? So you don't want the business, the company, where they're taking all your hours and you don't even have a life to live for when you get the paycheck. Oh, great. You got a house, you got a car, payments. But what kind of life are you going to have when you get older, when you get younger, It's like, hey, yeah, I got a house so I can show everybody I own my own house. Hey, great for you. You own your own house. But what are you doing in your life? Do you get out and enjoy life? Or is it just work? Because there's a lot of workaholics. They don't even have time for a relationship. I met them. Hey, Starlight, I like you. Hey, yeah, I work this many hours in a week. Really? And they would brag about this, is that, yeah, I work 6 days a week. You get one freaking day off, and that's 12-hour shifts every freaking day. Oh, yeah, well, because I'm making all this money. Really? You're not impressing my ass, because you don't even have a life to even all that money that you're making. It's all just going on the bills and all the payments, and that's it. And then, and then you're going to be 70. And then you're going to look back at your life and the time went, it went freaking fast, didn't it? You're like, huh, what did I do? Where did the time go? Because time is an illusion. Some of you think that's a funny joke. You wait until you find out all the illusions in this world. Yeah, you wait. Some of you don't believe in shit, because you're in a box. You've been programmed to believe what you've been spoon-fed your whole freaking life. The truth would be smack right in your face and you wouldn't even believe it. I have met people like that. The truth will set you free, but it's going to freaking piss your ass off. And there's layers and layers and levels of that shit. My mind is blown right now, the things that I'm learning. Some of it I can't even share because it's so mind-blowing. It's like, like they can handle that. If you can't handle the little stuff, you can't handle the big shit when you go through the rabbit hole through with this matrix, that we're in a simulation here And yeah, ha, 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 Starlight, ha, ha, ha. That's just a movie, Starlight. Really? You wait until it goes bam. You'd be like, where's that Starlight chick? I thought she was freaking on drugs or something. And now I see what she's talking about. She's not crazy like I thought Starlight was. There's people that find out the truth, but they end up taking whacked out drugs to get there. You know, they would almost end their life just to do the drug to get the information. And then they're like, wow. They get it like, bam, just like that on these drugs. Starlight, it's been, you know, the universe has been showing me all these things. You know, you might think that you got all the time in the world. You don't. You know, we're here. We're not just here to follow the Hollywood stars and just goof off and, you know, go to the bars and the casinos and, you know, just sit around watching movies that are not even helping us to grow. Because we're here, we had a past life, most of us had a past lifetime. And, you know, like there's things that we didn't, you know, we're always going to constantly learn about who we are and why we're here and working on ourselves. So then you get back here again. And if you're not doing any work, guess what? You got to repeat that shit all over again. You know, it's a nonstop, you know, we're in a university, you know, here to learn. That's what we're here to learn about who we are, number one, the Creator. Some of you don't even believe in a God. You got a lot to learn. You know, if you don't believe that, you know, how do you think all this got here? You know, just like, that's why we're in kind of the Matrix kind of thing, you know. So definitely there is a God, believe me, the universe, the angels, all of it. Take my word, God exists. Some of you might be angry at God, but anyway, I'm getting a little off track with that. But you don't have all the time in the world, absolutely not. So it's best to do the most that you can in each day. And sometimes, guess what? Just like Starlight, you might say, Starlight, I don't have enough time. Guess what? Wake up earlier. Yeah, wake up earlier. That's what Starlight's been doing. The universe wakes me up every morning. I don't even have an alarm clock going off. I'm amazed how this works. The universe wakes me up every single day. I don't even have to ask. The universe already knows I need to wake up. I need that extra time. But you want to first get rid of the things that you're doing in a day that is wasting your time. If it's about scrolling on TikTok or on Instagram, Starlight hasn't even been on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. Facebook, I don't even remember the last time I've been on Facebook. And if I'm on Facebook, it's because I'm putting videos on there, you know, and, you know, getting messages from people that I, you know, family or whoever. But really, I don't have time to mess with Facebook or Instagram or scrolling. I mean, TikTok, really. TikTok can really be a life sucker. There's people out there inspiring people. Yes, thank you. On TikTok. But man, if you are wasting your whole life on TikTok, watching movies, you know, sitting around, not getting exercise, you're going to pay for it when you get older. You know, when you get younger, when you get younger, you're going to say, that Starlight chick was right. I didn't want to listen to her. I wanted to do it your way. You know, you're the one that's going to pay for that later on. You're going to be like, you know, because a lot of people, what ends up happening when they go through life, people at certain ages, I've been noticing that women like around my age or even older, you know what? They realized now they're at 70, now they're wanting to go out and play. Now they're realizing, I don't care what people think. I'm going to go out and I'm going to have fun. But now they're at 70 years old, 70 years young. So now they're rushing around, because they realized, it hit them at that year, that time. I've met a lot of women in their 70s that are letting go and letting free. I've actually danced with a couple of them out in Colorado. Is so amazing to dancing with Bob Marley. And we're dancing in the park and they're like, hey. I was like, yeah, we're all just dancing in the park. I was like laughing my ass off and they just joined me. And we had a ball. It was fun. I really had fun with those ladies. I charged them right up that day. They look like, I'm going to say this, they look like they were getting horny and stuff. They look like they were ready to go out and get some drinks at the bar. That's how crazy that was. It was hilarious. They liked Starlight's energy. It was so funny. But yeah, you could tell they were really getting excited. They were just, yeah. It was a great song too. And I don't think they knew the song, but it was so funny. So yeah, you don't want to wait until you're 70, because then you're like, man. So, enjoy life today like it's your last day. Tomorrow's not promised. The time is ticking. Stop wasting your time. And you got to teach this to your kids. Keep them busy doing great things. Be careful about the school system, though. They want to get your kids all follow the Hollywood stars by getting them in all those sports. Don't waste your time with that. Sports is important. But if you're just trying to do that just to be the number one sports person in the world, how are you going to have time to work on finding out who you are? Because that's what the school system does. That's exactly, I've known many churches that were trying to win kids over to the church, but they always had sports. They could not even get them into the church to tell them about Jesus because the school sucked them in. We're not here to follow the Hollywood stars. We're here to find, to work and help people in the world. Being fit and having exercise, yes, it's important. But don't waste your whole life, not finding out who you are. Hey, you're the greatest baseball player, but who are you? I don't know. I don't know nothing about myself. I just know I can play football. So anyway, I love you. I know the minutes are getting long here. I love you so much. So tomorrow's not promised. Today, now is when you got the time. You can put, don't put this off because you don't know how long you have here. You want to give your kids something to say, wow, look at my mom and dad. Look at what they did. They were out in the community. My family thinks I'm nuts and crazy doing what I'm doing, but what am I leaving them behind? What are they going to think about their mom? She wasn't crazy after all. She was out doing things. What was she doing? She was working on herself. She was eating healthy. She was feeding homeless people. She was making videos on YouTube to help people out. That's what they're going to say. What else are they going to say? That's all they can say. Okay. So my time is up here, and great timing. So anyway, I love you. You could give this video a thumbs up. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, don't forget you can leave me a message down below. And also, you could share my videos with your family, friends, a cat, and dog. Don't forget the notification bell. Plus, don't forget my playlist. And you can follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight or on Facebook, and that's Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. I love you all. Namaste. This is Starlight, love, light, and peace.